I'm guessing that you can. Sorry about that, Rue. I was having I have a hard drive in my computer that's failing me. Alright, where are we? Did we do the Grave Horde? I don't think we did. It's dropping frames like a mofo. Okay. Maybe it's good now.
Glad I found this.
Yeah, you'd think a tectonic such as myself wouldn't have technical issues, though.
Titan inbound, same play as Akron. Base defense locks it down. We engage, sever the lens, blast out the batteries.
That does it. I'm gonna take a look around the room. Battle. Frozen in ice and time. Are you getting this, Silence? Silence?
I think they won.
Say again, Lieutenant.
They got some. Titan is through the defenses. Still on approach. A live one. And it's pissed.
We've got no mobility in here. It'll punch right through us.
We hold the hedge at all costs. Then push back out.
Looks like quite an enduring victory we put our foot in today.
Contact in 30 seconds.
Hey, think that's enough time for Sobek to finish Zero Dawn? If this is really it, I gotta say, it's been an honor to serve beside these tanks.
Here it comes.
Grease for contact!
Whatever it is, doesn't seem to come out alive. Silence, you getting this?
What is it?
All these soldiers. They died here.
People die all the time. I'll keep going and find something interesting.
What a nice, friendly fellow. So how have you been, Rue? Other than what I'm assuming is incredibly busy. That they did. And then the superior race came and shut everything down. That sounds nice. I have been enjoying myself some transportation issues. my vehicle of transportation to and from various locations needs a new engine. So that's been fun.
Must have been where the soldiers slept. Back at the lodge in Mother's Heart, I guess.
Log. Third Battle of California Marine. The swarm came in from the Pacific, and I don't know if it was the local Minutemen or the crazy 15th, but they'd set the garbage patch alight. Man, the sea was on fire. That stuff was... The first wave of bots came in covered in burning sludge. It bought us an hour or two of slaughtering them on the beaches before the swarm recalculated. We pulled them inland, back through the Kalmar sprawl. Dropped buildings on them, EMP'd the grid. Standard operating procedure. The last time I was in California, I was 5, 6. The light was like that vintage social net filter that was everywhere in the 40s.
It's salvageable, but the car's under warranty.
Log. First battle of the Eastern Seaboard Wall. Had a long run up to it. This was before
What was this
Kalmar,
place?
and projections were a lot worse for the East. For 3 weeks, we kept getting scrambled out to some coastal burg to train Minutemen. It was always raining on account of Europe already being torched. Block after block of prefab barracks. They were still printing barracks right up until the hour the main force hit. The Minutemen? We ran combat drills with them in the streets where they'd lived, trying to pretend they might live to die somewhere else if they paid attention. Nothing worse than the ones who actually bought into it. Hopeful, pestering us with questions about Zero Dawn like we know something they don't. I swear, the more we do this, the more like the bots we are. Except they learn from every fight. Us? I'm not so sure.
It would be if they haven't had my car for 3 weeks. The issue with the car, the 6-cylinder twin-turbo V8, or V6, not V8. Cylinder number 4 has a faulty piston ring. The piston ring is what separates the combustion chamber, where the piston pushes into and out of while the engine's running. It's where the gasoline's burnt and all that fun stuff. From the lower assembly, which would be the crankshaft and the oil pan. So when it's like that, my car is burning oil. And it's also not operating efficiently because it's losing pressure into the crankcase, the lower engine assembly.
Recalls, I've been instructed to remind you of Article 115 of base policy regarding unauthorized use of processor cycles. Specifically 115C. Any holographic simulation not directly related to operational training or efficiency. Consider yourself reminded and enjoy your gaming.
I know it's been days, honey. I'm so sorry. Deployments are getting real long and tougher every time. The swarm's getting better at predicting us. Less of us now. And we have to put in 10 times the work for everyone gone. Like a family business on hard times, only... This isn't my family. It's not with you. I still try to see you. The life we had. In the eyes of the people out there. I remember when they were glad to see us. When they still had hope. It all seems to be slipping away. I don't even recognize the places we're defending. The only thing I know I'm still fighting for is... you. The Zero Dawn to turn this around. Or whatever the hell that is.
They didn't know.
Thanks for the mails, you. Time goes fast on active duty. 4 months with the wreck and recalls.
The furnishings
I don't
were
know. 20 drops. In and out of the West Coast, fighting with these
It was
civilian
the middle world.
enlistees, scrappy
Guess they are
guys
used to
and
it.
gals. Their training is basically, here's a DEW, when you see a bot, hit it. But somehow it's all coming together.
Just one
Between
bit.
us and the 6th MRB, we took down
Maybe
a
the
horse
war
at
chief's
Lithium
room.
Beach. Pulled out before its buddies arrived, but to see a big one go down, I hope you made the news, honey. Showed everyone we're gonna have a shot at turning this around. We just need to give Project Zero Dawn the time it needs, and everything will be the way it used to be.
Yeah, it's under warranty, and it's a lease too. I was originally planning on buying it out at the end of the lease term, but the vehicle's been such a pain in the ass, I'm honestly not sure I want to at this point. I might turn it in and go and buy a different vehicle. Even though it is a ton of fun to drive. It's... yeah. Nah, just complaining about the quality of equipment. I would probably... honestly, I'm debating getting the same exact vehicle, just newer. My brother-in-law started at a Ford dealer. Ford is the company that made my car. So it'd get him sale, and I do honestly like my car. It's just I got a lemon. I got a bad car. It happens sometimes. I bought a car and I rolled snake eyes. So the car I have right now is a Ford Explorer ST, which is the sport tune of the vehicle. It's a medium duty sport utility vehicle. Trying to think of what kind of cars you guys would have over there. Like, you know, the I'll just do this. Yeah, don't wig out on me too much, computer. Honestly, I thought it'd be easier to find a picture than this, but that is my car, essentially. Except it has a rack on the top, crossbars, so I can mount stuff to it, like kayaks, things like that, and mud flaps on the back. Other than that, that is essentially my car. And for what I do, it kind of fits everything perfectly. It's a little on the larger side, so I can fit stuff in it when I need to. It is a comfortable ride. It seats 6. It's 3 rows, first, second, third. It can tow things if I needed to. Sorry, I'm like really out of it for whatever reason about my own car. It can tow things if I need it to. I can throw a lot of stuff in it that can fit a lot of people. It's just a very flexible vehicle. It doesn't get super great gas mileage. City driving, I get like 17 miles to the gallon. Driving around in the country, I can get 27. So there's a pretty big difference there, but I tend to drive fairly aggressively. It's got 400 horsepower. So the engine does a bit of work. It hasn't been a good car. It's had issues. There are things about it I don't like. But it handles really, really well. It's got a lot of acceleration, and it is a lot of fun to drive, I will admit. But in my 3-year lease, 3 months I have not had my vehicle. And I'm not particularly happy about that. I figure I could give him another chance. I have better pictures than this on my phone. I just don't want to dig it up right now. I'll give Ford another chance. I've had Ford vehicles all my life, and none of them have been a problem up until now. This is really the first one that's been problematic right out of the box. The first issue I had with it was, as stupid as it sounds, I have really good hearing. And the driver's side mirror on the vehicle had a defect in it that was letting air blow through the mirror and channel, and it would make a super high-pitched whistle, like a dog whistle almost, but within the range of human hearing. Extremely irritating to listen to. It spent a little over 2 months going through different dealers and the manufacturer trying to figure it out before I finally went to a road that's not driven on in Detroit, and just drove up and down the road for a day trying different things. Eventually I found out, hey, if I push on my mirror outside of the vehicle, push it forward, it stops making the noise. Then I figured out, oh, there's a bad seal on the mirror. That was the entire problem. The mirror was defective. And now it has another defect. So it's like, what, they build my car on a Friday? People just wanted to go home, they didn't give a shit? Yeah. It's frustrating. Anyway. Door!
Red light. Guess that means no power.
You know, Aloy, there's a yellow beam there. You're supposed to walk on the beam, not off the edge of the cliff. Let's try that again. Do you see the beam, Aloy? Good job.
Haven't seen one of these since I was a little kid. Must be some kind of code. Maybe I should try scanning objects in this area. These wires must run to the power source. Oh, that's informative.
Up, up, down, down.
Three power lines, resources. That makes one.
Hey,
y'all wanted to know how I remember the geotherm system reboot? Goes like this. Bird flies north in summer, east in spring, west in fall, and south in winter. Didn't expect to hear nature poetry from the lips of Mike the GT Tech now, did you? As usual, I defy expectations.
What was the third one?
Hey, y'all wanted to know how I remember the geotherm system reboot? Goes like this. Bird flies north in summer, east in spring, west in fall, and south in winter. Didn't expect to hear nature poetry from the lips of Mike the GT Tech now, did you? As usual, I defy expectations.
Oh, I was right next to it the entire time. Up, down, left, right. Okay. Down, left, right.
Okay, that did it. Sounds like that did it.
And just don't grab onto it, I guess. That's fine. Good job, Aloy. Proud of you. He just likes falling today.
Tools being used in places. More clips. Must be another way in. It's them, all right. They're not looking for answers. Just weapons.
So you're looking forward to your move? Shanghai, was it?
Well, they're still surprised.
Anybody else want to play tag? I didn't think so.
I'd have to ditch
Goddamn right she
something.
does. You think so? Why do you think she's so nervous? Or what is she nervous about?
Got too much already.
No, I'm not gonna be able to take it with me. Damn. If you want, I can pester her about it. We've been talking a little bit more. Not a ton, but... Maybe she'll talk to me about it. Probably not.
Thanks for the mails, you. Time goes fast on active duty. 4 months with the wreck and recalls. Fighting with these civilian enlistees. Scrappy guys and gals. That's all coming together. Between us and the 6th MRB, we took down a horse. I hope it made the news, honey. Showed everyone we're turning this around. We just need to give Project Zero Dawn the time it needs. I know it's been days, honey. I'm so sorry. Deployments are getting real long. We have to put into work for everyone. Like a family business. I still see you in the eyes of the people out there. They were glad to see us.
No, would
they
not.
Still had hope. I'm still
Next time she
fighting
drops
for
me a
you.
message, I'll try her and see what she says.
Status report. 9th Mechanized Response Brigade, Commanding Officer Lieutenant Fiona Morrell. Unit morale continues to be adversely impacted by outbound engagements against the Pharaoh Plague, especially when said engagements occur in sectors where civilian guard enlistees have been heavily engaged. The scope and nature of fatalities suffered by civilian guard and unarmed civilians in these sectors defy description. And witnessing it is generating a pervasive sense of hopelessness in the unit. Accordingly, I once again request that deployments of the 9th MRB be temporarily refocused on facilities that are mission critical to Project Zero Dawn. And once again, I request an immediate update on the status of Project Zero Dawn's timeline.
I think it was kind of covered a little bit. I don't think they fully said what it is, though. Like, it's humanity's last hope, is basically the gist of it.
Ames, I know I mail you too much. I'm just proud of what you're doing. Everyone back home is. We got moved inland 10 kilometers, just as a precaution, they say. School's still in session, so I get to keep my eye on Andres and Reggie. We never know where or when you're fighting, but when the VTOLs go over, all the kids run out and wave. I believe in you. I know nothing's ever gonna be the same, but I believe in you. I believe in us.
I don't.
Ames, I don't even know if you're alive anymore. The mails I get from you, they say they're from you, but they don't sound... They sound recycled. Phrases put together, and you don't say anything about the news I pass on. The containment zone, the rebreathers, the rioting, One Earth. What happened in the Dallas bubble, Ames, that wasn't the robots. They won't even give me a straight answer when I demand to know if you're still alive. They just say if your messages keep coming, then you're still operational. It's not fair, Ames. It's not fair that you won't be with me when the lights go out. I love you.
That's so sad.
Just recalling a battle that happened.
What is this?
That? It's a map.
A map of what?
Our world. The planet Earth, Aloy. It's not flat like you thought.
Why would I think that? During eclipses, the shadow cast on the moon is curved. So our world is a globe. And it looks like this, from a distance.
We'll discuss this another time. Back to the matter at hand.
The Faro robots were spreading across the world, eating everything up. Somehow, Elizabeth stopped them before it was too late. But how?
Damn stalagmites getting in my way. Their existence is a plague.
The eclipse. Tampering with the metal devil. They don't think they can wake it, do they?
Watch out!
Another Kobish. And this one can move.
Remember what you said. Peace and love. We'll go down over here. Stop shooting me for 1 minute. Yeah, Aloy, you want to trade places?
I'd have to leave something else behind.
It's generous like that. A bullet for you? Everybody gets a bullet. Okay. Time to get a move on. We should be figuring out what Zero Dawn is here, I think, if I remember right. Maybe. Will you stop hopping over things? The fighting in the plague were stripping the atmosphere of oxygen. It was getting harder for people to breathe. Plants were dying. Shortages of water. All the fun stuff, you know. You know how it is.
Should have brought a cart.
Thank you, Dr. Sobek. You can take a seat.
What? You're going to thank her after what she just said?
Dr. Sobek has made the situation very clear, General, and given us an option. We should all be thanking her.
No, it's just... I mean, my God. Maybe take this discussion offline.
There's not going to be any discussion. You saw the numbers. Now, Pharaoh, he'll foot the bill, but his money can't buy the time necessary to complete Zero Dawn. That can only be paid for in blood.
Oh, come on. If we upgrade our fleet, crack the code somehow...
Were you not listening? Robots can't do the fighting for you this time. When it comes to hacking, this rogue swarm is an apex predator. Anything automated you throw at it, they will hijack and take over.
But this... we'd be throwing civilians into a meat grinder.
Commanders, the enemy we're facing self-replicates faster than we can kill it. And it eats biomass as fuel. Zero Dawn is all we've got.
So we put a railgun in the hand of every civilian strong enough to carry one, show them where the trigger is, and point them to the front? How the hell do we sell that?
By giving them something to fight for. Zero Dawn. The top-secret super-weapons program that will save us. So long as humanity holds off the swarm long enough for Dr. Sobek and her team to finish it. The file I'm sending contains the war plan for Operation Enduring Victory.
War plan? This is a war crime.
It may be ugly, but it's something. Consider the alternative. Dr. Sobek, I've secured use of a decommissioned orbital launch base outside Bryce, Utah as the Zero Dawn staging area. Plenty of space there. When can you get started?
I've already mailed you a list of Alpha and Beta candidates. Most are foreign nationals or subjects of corporate holdings, so extracting them...
Leave that to me. You'll get your dream team. Count on it.
Then I'll be off.
Sometimes they are.
Orbital launch base. What is that? What did these people do? What did Elizabeth do?
Dr. Sobek, as projected, the Wichita salient has collapsed. 5 Horus-class Titans have broken through. We predict contact in 34 hours.
Everything...
Well, I guess I don't get to listen to that one.
Glad to be rid of that place. Now I just need to find the orbital launch base they talked about.
I've checked my data and located the base. That's the good news.
And the bad?
It's directly underneath the Citadel. The palace at Sunfall.
The capital of the Shadow Carja. Not exactly convenient.
The palace is crawling with Eclipse agents. Many in positions of authority, all of them wearing focuses. The moment they see you, Hades will too. He'll issue another kill order, and this time, the entire Shadow Carja military will be after you.
So, disable their focuses. You've done it before.
It's not that simple. Too many focuses in one place, each of them communicating with each other and back to Hades, a whole network of them.
Network? What's that?
Imagine a vast, invisible web stretched across the land from end to end, connecting focuses together, allowing them to communicate over vast distances instantaneously.
All right, so is there some way to cut the web down?
Crash the network. Audacious. Yes, there is a way. A weak point in the network.
Point the way.
I'll send the location data to your focus. Head there, and I'll be in touch when you're close with more directions.
What was Zero Dawn? What sort of super weapon did Elizabeth make? She stopped the machines, but not before the world she knew, her civilization, ended. Let's hope it won't come to that again.
Okay. Pull up that last bit. Yeah,
Dr.
go on.
Sobek. Dr. Sobek, as projected, the Wichita salient has collapsed. 5 Horus-class Titans have broken through.
Oh, I have to keep it
Dr.
open?
Sobek,
That's annoying.
as projected, the Wichita salient has collapsed. 5 Horus-class Titans have broken through. We predict contact in 34 hours.
Everything is in position, General. It took a few shortcuts to pull everything together, but Zero Dawn is functionally complete. Good to go.
That enduring victory served its purpose after all.
Yes, if we'd had even one day less.
I've sent you an encoded file, Doctor. Please do me the favor of archiving it.
I'll see what I can do. What is it?
A brief statement. An allocution of crimes, I guess you'd call it.
To what are you admitting guilt?
Over the past 16 months, Doctor, I have presided over the greatest wholesale slaughter of military personnel and civilians in the history of history. Genghis Khan, Hitler, Stalin, Sorabella, add them all together. They don't even come close.
You didn't do the killing, General.
No, not directly. But I didn't wind up the highest-ranked military commander in the United States by resisting the automation of the armed forces. Even before the swarm, Doctor, I was helping death along. So, instead of letting what I've done sink into the murk, forgotten, I've sent a file with all the details. Let posterity judge my actions with clear vision.
I'll do as you ask, General. But you should consider that were it not for your actions, our actions, there wouldn't be any posterity to judge us.
Perhaps. Dr. Sobek,
At ease, General. And goodbye.
hell of a thing.
I don't think this is how I was supposed to go down here. Whatever, it's the way I'm going down it now. We'll do it right this time. This will probably be where we end it today. I think we were talking about next time going into the frozen wilds, the north area.
Now, how am I gonna get down from here? Oh, this should be quite the ride.
I'm doing good today.
Now, how am I gonna get down from here? Oh, this should be quite the ride.
Whee.
I'd do that again, if it weren't so much work to get back up there.
Aw, she's happy. I didn't know that was an emotion she possessed. You're goddamn right. Blunt force trauma all the way.
Can't carry more.
Blunt force trauma is always the answer.
What are you doing, Aloy? This path leads to the cut. The Banuk have nothing to offer besides useless mysticism. The Eclipse won't stand idle while you waste time playing in the snow. Return to your task.
I was thinking, Rost used to tell me stories about the Banuk and their shamans, and how they thread blue cables through their skin. Kind of like someone else we know, huh? So maybe the real reason you want me to stay clear of the Banuk is to stay clear of your past.
It's the ancient past that concerns me, Aloy, not my own. Which is why you should stop prattling and get back to what matters. But as usual, you'll do as you wish.
Touchy.
But yeah. Figured that there would have been a fire up here somewhere.
Forget about traveling light. This one's a new predator. See the heat coming off it.
Not in a good spot. Ow. Yeah, Silence is a real stand-up guy. I think that might just have to be it for today. I thought there was a fire up here, but I guess not. Alright, take it easy, Rue. I'll catch you some other time. Sunday, right? Or not this Sunday, but next Sunday. Yeah, you can let me know. Take it easy, Rue.